Till now, to be very honest, James Cameron used to be my favorite director of all time. Until I watched the finale of France versus Argentina, and I'm in awe of Gianni Infantino. I mean, the kind of script that he had chosen for the finale, I mean, it was a foolproof script. I mean, even if anyone want to point anything out that the finale could be possibly fixed in favor of Argentina, I think it will be very difficult for them. Because it is very difficult for me to point out how to say that this finale, although the score line was 3-all, it was never meant to be a French win. I mean, up till the match, I thought that France was playing against FIFA. But after I watched the match, I can clearly say that France was also hand in glove with FIFA, and they had accepted the results that to let Argentina win and Messi leave the World Cup, and to make their most famous player Mbappe win the Golden Ball, and that is exactly what has happened. Messi has won the World Cup and Mbappe has ended up with the Golden Ball. Both the parties are happy because France had already managed to win the previous World Cup and they wouldn't mind to let Messi win this World Cup. The reason being, Messi plays for PSG. PSG is owned by Qatar. Qatar hosted this time's World Cup. The Netflix series, which had a documentary on FIFA, clearly shows that in order to make the other members vote in favor that the World Cup will be held in Qatar, the Qataris had made a deal with the former French president saying that they will invest their money in France, and they did so through investing in PSG. And this is how the finale happened, and Messi has finally won the World Cup, although I feel that it was not a hard-earned win. It had the hand of FIFA in it to a major extent. I mean, to be very honest, 6 penalties in a FIFA tournament, I have never heard this before. I mean, in every match, it was very sure that Argentina somehow is going to be awarded one penalty. I mean, look at today's penalty. I mean, was it even a penalty? I mean, I don't want even to say anything about it because every match it happened the same. Every match criticism was being leveled on FIFA, but since they had made their mind that Argentina is going to win, they are going to win. You can't argue about that. You can't argue about the penalties. Please don't blame the referees. Referees are nothing but puppets in the hands of the FIFA, and it is a proper distraction to blame everything on referees, and FIFA stays far away from it. But I think it is illogical to blame referees when they are being given clear instructions by FIFA to award a penalty in favor of Argentina, and that is what has happened throughout the matches of Argentina. In every other match, even a slightest touch inside the box, referee gives a penalty to Argentina, and that gives them a clear-cut edge in the matches. But today, I felt even if the penalty wasn't being awarded to the Argentinians, even if the penalty wasn't being awarded to Messi, France had already accepted that Argentina are going to win. Look at the body language. Except for Mbappe, none of the players were playing. Look at the substitutions, to be very honest as well. Griezmann, Giroud were substituted, although I agree that they were trailing 2-0, but to substitute Giroud, Griezmann, Dembele, the top 3 players to substitute, and to bring on all the young players. And what they will say now, what the French media will say now, why did Didier Deschamps made a big mistake to bring in all the young players who had not played that many minutes in this World Cup, and then to trust them the responsibility of scoring the penalty, and that's the reason why they lost it. I mean, it is a age-old excuse now that they will say that the penalties were being taken by the junior players, and if there were senior players out there, France could have won it. But it is very clever mind to say that that's the reason precisely why they taken the senior players, because they were playing according to the script written by FIFA. So I think it was a possible agreement between France, between Argentina, and between Qatar, and between FIFA. So these 4 parties were agreement to the deal that let us award Messi the final World Cup. And that is how Qatar will be remembered. I mean, there were very serious allegations on Qatar regarding why the World Cup is being held in Qatar. But now Qatar will be forever be remembered to host such a World Cup wherein arguably, I wouldn't say the best player, I will clearly say arguably the best player of all time has managed to win the World Cup in Qatar, and that will be remembered forever, and that is what Qatar wanted. That's the reason why they have made Argentina win it. I think Messi should be thankful to Barcelona. I mean, if he was at Barcelona hasn't got that level of contact with PSG seems to have. Seriously, man. If he was at Barcelona, he wouldn't have won the FIFA 2021 Ballon d'Or by any means, and he wouldn't have won the World Cup for sure. As soon as he came signed for PSG. I don't know what is in his contract apart from salary. He managed to win FIFA 2021 Ballon d'Or, which was highly controversial. Again, Ballon d'Or is being held by FIFA. It was held in France when at that time clearly Robert Lewandowski was the most deserving candidate, but still somehow this guy managed to win the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Ignore it. But this World Cup can't be ignored. I mean, 6 penalties, man, I still can't get over that figure. 6 penalties in a World Cup, of which Messi manages to convert 5 penalties and he wins the World Cup. Now he will win his, I guess, 8th Ballon d'Or thanks to the World Cup. So he should be thankful to FIFA. I think FIFA is a godfather of Messi, to be very honest. And I am an Eden Hazard supporter because since I support Chelsea. But looking at the way media was critical of Cristiano Ronaldo and the way they were praising Lionel Messi, especially ESPN, FC and TalkSport, not only from me but from several neutral fans, I think Cristiano Ronaldo has earned a level of sympathy and I think that is good. I mean, at least integrity I think you can attach with Cristiano Ronaldo. Although he did not manage to win the World Cup, he lost with grace. Definitely from tomorrow onwards, every media will say that the GOAT debate is being settled, the best player debate is being settled and Messi is the best player since he has won the World Cup. But no one, every media would be knowing the story because that's the reason why they will be given a script to praise Messi, to make him the hero and to make Cristiano Ronaldo as the villain and to justify the thought that yes, Messi is the best player and that's the reason why he should have won the World Cup and he has won the World Cup. That is how what ESPN FC was reacting. That's the reason why ESPN FC was heavily critical on Cristiano Ronaldo. And now they will say that after winning this World Cup in this way, I think he is the best player. I mean, good luck to him. Till now, I was of the opinion that how come Gareth Southgate has not been sacked so far, although he is a mediocre manager. But now I feel that even if England makes a deal with FIFA and FIFA says that okay, England will win the World Cup, Gareth Southgate will be the hero for England. It is as easy as that. Now the Argentinian manager is the hero. He will be placed among the top managers out there, saying that wow, what a manager he is. This is how football works. Even Pepe from Portugal, after they lost to Morocco, said that this World Cup seems to be fixed in favor of Argentina. Bruno Fernandes said the same thing, but these two statements, which were very explosive in nature, were not being covered by the main media channels. If these statements were being given huge importance and these questions would have been posed on Infantino, as in how come Pepe and Bruno Fernandes, Pepe was the captain of the Portugal team when they faced Morocco in the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo, and this kind of questions are not being posed to Infantino, wherein Infantino is saying that Qatar's World Cup was the best World Cup so far. I think media seems to be completely in hand in glove as well with FIFA in this case. So it is better to take football matches. I'm not only blaming FIFA in this case, even UEFA to some extent, looking at some Champions League victories out there as well. It is better to take football matches as seriously as you take any good movie. I mean, you already know that this movie is fictional, so are most of the football matches. I'm not saying all, but most of the football matches are fictional. They are far away from reality. And if you accept this, you would always be happy.
The recipient of the 2019 President's Award, what's going on through your mind right now?
As flies to wanton boys, we are for the gods. They kill us for the sport. Soon the science will not only be able to slow down the aging of the cells, soon the science will fix the cells to the state. And so we will become eternal. Only accidents, crimes, wars will still kill us. But unfortunately, crimes and wars will multiply. I love football. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. It's an honor to have both of you here.